I'm just in Japan on a bike. I'm at Lake Miyagase in Kanagawa Prefecture. I've been here before, done at least one video from here before. It's Sunday the 12th of December 2021. It's a rather mild winter, early winter's afternoon, and as you can see, it's full of bikes. This is a very popular bike spot, and I wasn't expecting quite so many bikes here today, but I thought there would be some because of the mild weather. So I'll do a quick walk around, try and respect people's privacy. Ducati, Kanagawa. Ducatis are quite popular in Japan. Another Ducati multi-strada there. Not sure how the video quality is going to be because I dropped my phone. One of the first times, I think the first time ever I've dropped my phone, significantly dropped it, and it broke the camera lens slightly, so apologies if the video quality is bad. This is an interesting one. And I see this, people stick Santa hats to the top of their helmets. That's quite common this time of year. Not sure what, well, it says Jazz. Does that mean that's the, is it a Honda Jazz? It's a very small engine, whatever that is, 50cc I suppose. Saw some interesting bikes. This is a Honda VFR 1200 he's on there. Supposedly a sports tour, as a shaft drive. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I did have that on my shortlist at one point, but anyway, not anymore. Quite a few Harleys. Looks like a comfortable seat, that. I'm not an expert on Harley Davidsons. I'm not an expert. I'm not saying I'm an expert on anything in particular, but Harley Davidsons something I don't really know much about. Interesting. Quite a nice seat on that. Looks very comfortable. Bars are quite narrow and close together. What's this? CB1300. He's got all the luggage and the well, anyway, the panniers. Very shiny. Quite low, the seat, bike's quite low. What is that? That's a Dragstar. Now that'll be the, if that's a shaft drive, that'll be the, it's the chain drive. Well, I won't pass too many comments, just show you the bikes really, make your own mind up. It's interesting. It's got an England, well, it's England, but actually a Union Jack, which is of course UK or Great Britain. I don't know what all these bikes are unless this, I mean some of them I do recognise. Another Harley there, another comfortable looking one. There's a lot of optional extras I suppose on there. That's a nice car. That was a nice car. Very interesting. Look at the dash on that. Bit of a shiny one. Not sure what these are. These storage? Don't know what these are. Let me know. These knee pad. Oh no, it's not a knee pad, of course. I don't know what that is. Not sure. If you know what they are, let me know. There's another one. So it's got two either side. One either side, I mean. So I'm rambling a bit because I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing. These adventure bikes, especially they're sometimes called what they call them dual sport or adventure bikes. These are the new sports tourers, aren't they? Really, they've become very popular. I suppose they're good all-rounders. Certainly, I think they've really replaced the sport tourer. They're kind of like, to me, they're kind of like, what was it, a few years back when we had the SUV craze, which is still with us in a way, but when it, you know, it's a bit like that. These are like the soft roaders or the SUVs of the motorbike world, aren't they? Not sure what that is. It's old, whatever it is. Sometimes you even if you don't know much about bikes, if it's got drum brakes on the front, if it's got a drum brake on the front, chances are it is pretty old. There aren't that many bikes these days with drum brakes on the front. This is a two-stroke. Is it an SR? I heard this when it came in. Yeah, this is an old two-stroke. Back in the day, these were absolutely awesome. These were really lusted after by young guys back in the day. Very, and they still go well now. He's got a kickstart on that. It's really old school. Got the sneaky Olin's shock reservoir crammed in there. These Honda Super Cubs, these are really popular, and you can see the top box on the back there. That's not as big, that isn't actually that big compared with some of the ones I have seen. You may have seen them in previous videos. They've got a kind of cult following, these. They're quite, this reasonably new looking one, I would say. Looking at the switch gear, it's certainly shiny and in good condition. So this has got a drum brake on the back, which is still typical of machines like this. So we'll have to take back something what I said just now, because this has got drum brake on the front as well. So yeah, but I mean that's quite typical of these little mopeds. Very cheap to buy, cheap to run, go on forever apparently. I certainly see a lot of them on the road still, a lot of old ones. Not sure what that Suzuki is. Some old little sports. Is that? I can't tell. Is that a two-stroke? Yeah, it's like a two-stroke, isn't it? TZR Delta box frame. Delta box frame was, of course, it's an old one. Bean can exhaust. It's old Honda. Another one with drum brake on the front. Although the condition's not that good, I mean it is old to be fair. He's got knobbly pseudo scrambler tyres on there, which wouldn't have been. Well, it's like an old school scrambler with those high, wide bars, which they are high and wide for the age of the bike. Not sure whether this is an original old school scrambler or whether it's been customised to look like one. I do like these old Kawasaki's. I do have a soft spot. I've mentioned that before. I think they look beautiful. Of course, these old bikes, they've got these lovely big comfortable seats. especially 2 up as well. Again, the bars on this are quite narrow. I highly suspect they are not original bars. Well, they don't look new. I doubt that those bars were standard on the bike from new. CBX 250 has been customised. It's a tiny little, not really a pannier, is it? It's a tiny little bag on the side there. It's quite funny. So, well, I'm going to get the sun in the lens, and it's reflecting off this interesting little tiny bikes. You can see how small it is by the, to give it some scale, you've got the helmet on there. You can see how small it is. Same as this one here. Got the size of the exhaust compared to the actual bike on that. It's quite interesting. Not sure what that is. Anyway, very interesting. Whatever. Don't know much about these, but very, very interesting. It's got a lot of heavily customised. Got a lot of extras on that. GSXR, box standard Screamer. Suzuki Katana that has, I'm assuming that, yeah, it's a newish model, and he's changed the rear end on that, because the standard Katanas have got the light and number plate on the rear fender, but that's been moved up behind the seat there. That's been modified, that one. I think it looks better. I don't really like them when they put the lights and number plate attached to the rear fender. I don't like that at all. Bimota, a sporty looking bike. The rather unique front steering and suspension setup on those. Old school little Honda. I was looking at that earlier. They look nice, don't they? And it's got a long flat tank on that. So it's one that you really lean over. It's like a real, although he doesn't have the drop handlebars, he's a kind of an old school cafe racer, isn't it? Be careful, I don't want to upset people by filming them too much. You Harley fans. My shadow's getting in the way. You can see that. That's a big pipe on the back. Big Yoshimura pipe on the back of that one. If I change positions, I won't get my shadow in the way. A Ducati. I have to say that if I ever see a motorbike broken down at the side of the road, it's usually a Ducati, in Japan that is. The Honda Rebel 250 is the most popular bike in Japan, officially. Recently, Honda Rebel 1000 was released, which is a big V-twin as far as I'm aware. years earlier, this Bonneville retro. Well looked after and customised, aren't they? Oh, they're the Kawasaki boys, aren't they? Look at these, got 3 of them there, got 1 there, 4 all together, look like all together. The biker gang type bike, so he's probably part of a gang, or he was. I don't know, he's not young anymore, that guy, but they do still ride around in gangs, just not so menacing perhaps. These are the gang style bikes. They've got the name Beat on the side there, I don't know. Not, maybe that's some sort of club or gang that they're in, I don't know. This is nice, this is a beautiful bike, wow. Really beautiful. This is the old, isn't this the old 250 triple? Sorry, 750 triple 2-stroke as well, so I'm saying. I'm fairly sure that is, yeah, I'm fairly sure that is the old 2-stroke. So it's an absolute, at the time it came out, it was an absolute lunatic machine. Highly collectible, they go for a lot of money now. By today's standards, they're just basically a death trap, but a real classic though. Mine there. Next to. Interesting. Honda GB250. I nearly bought one of these. I was very, very interested. Single cylinder with the 2 exhaust pipes, downpipes out of a single. They hold their value and they go well. So I did consider buying one of these before I bought my V-Strom 250, which ends up buying a new bike. But when I was looking at used bikes, this was definitely on my list. A test road one as well. Right, I think we. Wow, look at the high bars on that. It's wild. It's a Wild Star. Certainly very well kept, very clean and shiny. Right, there we are. Well, that'll do me for now. There's bikes coming and going all the time. This has been just in Japan on a bike.